Stephen Lawrence. Steve Winwood is an English musician whose genres include rock, blue-eyed soul, rhythm and blues, blues rock, pop rock, and jazz. A multi-instrumentalist, he can play keyboards, bass guitar, drums, guitar, mandolin, violin, and other strings. Winwood was a key member of the Spencer Davis Group, Traffic, Blind Faith and Go. He also had a successful solo career with hits including Valerie, Back in the High Life Again, and 2 US Billboard Hot 100 number ones. Higher Love, and Roll With It. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Traffic in 2004. In 2005, Winwood was honored as a BMI icon at the annual BMI London Awards for his enduring influence on generations of music makers. In 2008, Rolling Stone magazine ranked Winwood number 33 in its 100 Greatest Singers of All Time. Winwood has won 2 Grammy Awards. Early life. Stephen Lawrence Winwood was born in Handsworth, Birmingham, England. His father, Lawrence, a foundryman by trade, was a semi-professional musician, playing mainly the saxophone and clarinet. Young Winwood became interested in swing and Dixieland jazz as a boy and started playing drums, guitar and piano. He first performed with his father and older brother, Muff, in the Ron Atkinson Band at the age of 8. Winwood was a choir boy at St. John's Church, Perry Bar, and later admitted to having sneaked a few plays of the organ there. While he was still young, the family moved from Handsworth to the semi-rural suburb of King's Standing at the northern edge of the city. Career. Early years. While he was still a pupil at the Great Bar School, Winwood was a part of the Birmingham rhythm and blues scene, playing the Hammond B3 organ and guitar, backing blues singers such as Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, T-Bone Walker, Howlin' Wolf, B.B. King, Sonny Boy Williamson II, Eddie Boyd, Otis Spann, Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley on their United Kingdom tours, the custom at the time being for U.S. singers to travel solo and be backed by pickup bands. At this time, Winwood was living on Atlantic Road in Great Bar, close to the Birmingham music halls where he played. Winwood had modeled himself on Ray Charles. Winwood joined the Spencer Davis Group at age 14, along with his older brother, Muff, who later had success as a record producer. Steve's distinctive high tenor, singing voice and vocal style drew comparisons to Ray Charles. At the end of 1965, the group had their first number 1 single with Keep On Running, and the money from this success allowed Winwood to buy his own Hammond B3 organ. During this time, Winwood joined forces with guitarist Eric Clapton as part of the one-off group Eric Clapton and the Powerhouse. Songs were recorded for the Elektra label, but only 3 tracks made the compilation album, What's Shakin'. Winwood co-wrote and recorded the hits Gimme Some Lovin' and I'm a Man before leaving the Spencer Davis Group. Winwood met drummer Jim Capaldi, guitarist Dave Mason, and multi-instrumentalist Chris Wood when they jammed together at the Elbow Room, a club in Aston, Birmingham. After Winwood left the Spencer Davis Group in April 1967, the quartet formed Traffic. Soon thereafter, they rented a cottage near the rural village of Aston Tyrol, Berkshire to write and rehearse new music. The period at the cottage proved important in the band's development. Early in Traffic's formation, Winwood and Capaldi formed a songwriting partnership, with Winwood writing music to match Capaldi's lyrics. This partnership was the source of most of Traffic's material, including popular songs such as Paper Sun, and The Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys, and outlived the band, producing several songs for Winwood and Capaldi's solo albums. Winwood's performance role in Traffic varied from album to album and song to song. He might perform lead vocal and guitar on one track, and piano and bass on the next. Over the band's history, however, he played the majority of their lead vocals, keyboard instruments, and guitars. He also frequently played bass and percussion up to and including the recording sessions for their 4th album, Blind Faith and Traffic. Winwood formed the supergroup Blind Faith in 1969 with Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker and Rick Rich. The band was short-lived owing to Clapton's greater interest in Blind Faith's opening act Delaney and Bonnie and Friends. Clapton left the band at tour's end. However, Baker, Winwood and Rich stayed together to form Ginger Baker's Air Force. The lineup consisted of three-quarters of Blind Faith, two-thirds of Traffic plus musicians who interacted with Baker in his early days, including Phil Seaman, Harold McNair, John Blood and Graham Bond. However, the project turned out to be just another short-lived one. Winwood soon went into the studio to begin work on a new solo album, tentatively titled Mad Shadows. However, Winwood ended up calling Inwood and Capaldi to help with session work, which prompted Traffic's comeback album John Barleycorn Must Die. In 1976, Winwood played guitar on the Fania All-Stars, a Euro unregistered trademark delicate and jumpy record, and performed as a guest with the band in their only UK appearance, a sold-out concert at the Lyceum Theatre, London. In 1972, Winwood recorded the part of Captain Walker in the highly successful orchestral version of The Who's Tommy. He recorded a 1973 album with Remy Kabaka, a guitar, for Antilles Records, and in 1976 provided vocals and keyboards on Go, a concept album by Japanese composer Sutomu Yamashita. Solo career: weariness with the grind of touring and recording prompted Winwood to leave Traffic and retire to sessioning for some years. Under pressure from Island Records, he resurfaced with his self-titled first solo album in 1977. This was followed by his 1980 hit Arc of a Diver and Talking Back to the Night in 1982. Both albums were recorded at his home in Gloucestershire with Winwood playing all instruments. He continued to do sessions during this period, and in 1983 he co-produced and played on Jim Capaldi's Top 40 hit That's Love, and co-wrote the Will Power's Top 20 hit Kissing with Confidence. In 1986, as his relationship was faltering, he moved to New York. There he enlisted the help of a coterie of stars to record Back in the High Life in the US, and the album was a hit. He topped the Billboard Hot 100 with Higher Love, and earned 2 Grammy Awards, for Record of the Year and Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. Winwood embarked on an extensive tour of North America in support of the album. All these albums were released on Island Records. However, at the peak of his commercial success, Winwood moved to Virgin Records and released Roll With It and Refugees of the Heart. The album Roll With It and the title track hit #1 on the USA album and singles charts in the summer of 1988. Another album with Virgin, Far From Home, was officially credited to Traffic, but nearly all the instruments were played by Winwood. Despite lacking a significant hit, it broke the top 40 in both the UK and USA. His final Virgin album Junction 7 also broke the UK top 40, but was Winwood's first commercial flop in the USA. Group work. In 1994, Capaldi and Winwood reunited Traffic for a new album, Far From Home, and a tour, including a performance at Woodstock '94 Festival. That same year, Winwood appeared on the A Tribute to Curtis Mayfield CD, recording Mayfield's It's Alright. In 1995 and 1996, Winwood released Reach for the Light for the animated film Balto. In 1997, Winwood released a new album, Junction 7, toured the US and sang with James Taylor at the VH1 Honors. In 1998, Winwood joined Tito Puente, Arturo Sandoval, Ed Kelly and other musicians to form the band Latin Crossings for a European tour, after which they split without making any recordings. Winwood also appeared in the film Blues Brothers 2000, as a member of the Louisiana Gator Boys, appearing on stage with Isaac Hayes, Eric Clapton, and Coco Taylor at the Battle of the Bands competition. In 2003, Winwood released a new studio album, About Time, on his new record label, Wingcraft Music. 2004 saw his 1982 song Valerie used by Eric Prydz in a song called Call on Me. It spent 5 weeks at #1 on the UK singles chart. Winwood heard an early version of Prydz's remix and liked it so much, he not only gave permission to use the song, he re-recorded the samples for Prydz to use. In 2005, his Soundstage Performances DVD was released, featuring recent work from the About Time album along with prior hits including Back in the High Life. Winwood also performed hits from his days with Traffic as well as current recordings. In 2005, he accepted an invitation from 2008 Grammy Award winner Ashley Cleveland to appear on her album Men and Angels Say. This album of rock, blues and country arrangements of well-known hymns includes I Need Thee Every Hour, which features a vocal duet and organ performance. Christina Aguilera features Winwood on one of her songs from her 2006 record Back to Basics, called Makes Me Wanna Pray. In July 2007, Winwood performed with Eric Clapton in the latter's Crossroads Guitar Festival. Among the songs they played together were Presence of the Lord, and Can't Find My Way Home from their Blind Faith days. Winwood played several guitar leads in the 6-song set. The two continued their collaboration with 3 sold-out nights at Madison Square Garden in New York City in February 2008. On February 19, 2008, Winwood and Clapton released a collaborative EP through iTunes titled Dirty City. Clapton and Winwood released a CD and DVD of their Madison Square Garden shows and then toured together in the summer of 2009. A new studio album, 9 Lives, was released April 29, 2008 by Wincraft Music through Columbia Records. The album opened at number 12 on the Billboard 200 album chart, his highest U.S. debut ever. Also in 2008, Winwood received an honorary doctorate from the Berklee College of Music to add to his honorary degree from Aston University, Birmingham. On March 28, 2012, Winwood was one of Roger Daltrey's special guest stars for an Evening with Roger Daltrey and Friends gig, in aid of the Teenage Cancer Trust at the Royal Albert Hall. Other guests included Paul Weller, Ronnie Wood, Kelly Jones of Stereophonics, Amy MacDonald and Steve Craddock of Ocean Color Scene. Winwood performed 2 songs, Gimme Some Lovin', and Higher Love, and provided backing vocals, organ and keyboards for the other artists. In 2013, Winwood is touring North America with Rod Stewart as part of the Live the Life tour, which continues until the autumn. Personal life: between 1978 and 1986, Winwood was married to Nicole Weir, who had contributed background vocals to some of his early solo work. The two married at Cheltenham Register Office. Winwood now lives in Nashville, Tennessee with his wife Eugenia Crafton, a native of Trenton, Tennessee, whom he married in 1987. They have 4 children: Mary Claire, Eliza, Cal and Lily and also own a 300-year-old manor house in the Cotswolds, Gloucestershire, England. Discography: solo. 1977, Steve Winwood; 1980, Arc of a Diver; 1982, Talking Back to the Night; 1986, Back in the High Life; 1988, Roll With It; 1990, Refugees of the Heart; 1997, Junction 7; 2003, About Time; 2008, 9 Lives; 2009, Live from Madison Square Garden. Spencer Davis Group. See the Spencer Davis Group discography. Traffic. See Traffic discography. Blind Faith, 1969, Blind Faith, Go, 1976, Go, 1976, Go Live from Paris, Session Work, Chris Knipp. Blast, The Jimi Hendrix Experience Electric Ladyland, 1968, MacDonald and Giles MacDonald and Giles, 1971, Jimi Hendrix, The Cry of Love, 1971, Sean Phillips Faces, 1972, London Symphony Orchestra Tommy was performed by the London Symphony Orchestra and Chamber Choir, 1972, Jim Capaldi Oh How We Danced, 1972, Eddie Harris EH. In the UK, 1973, Lou Reed Berlin, 1973, John Martin Inside Out, 1973, Jim Capaldi Whale Meet Again, 1974, Robert Palmer Sneakin' Sally Through the Alley, 1974, Jim Capaldi Shortcut Draw Blood, 1975, Jade Warrior Waves, 1975, Toots and the Maytals Reggae Got Soul, 1976, Sandy Denny Rendezvous, 1977, John Martin One World, 1977, Pierre Moulin's Gong Downwind. 1978, Vivian Stanshall Sir Henry at Rawlinson End, 1978, Jim Capaldi Daughter of the Night, 1978, George Harrison George Harrison, 1979, Marianne Faithfull Broken English, 1979, Jim Capaldi Euro The Sweet Smell of Success, 1980, Jim Capaldi Euro Let the Thunder Cry, 1981, Marianne Faithfull Euro Dangerous Acquaintances, 1981, Jim Capaldi Euro Fierce Heart, 1983, David Gilmour Euro About Face, 1984, Christine McVie Euro Christine McVie, 1984, Billy Joel Euro The Bridge, 1986, Dave Mason Euro Two Hearts, 1987, Talk Talk Euro The Color of Spring, 1986, Jim Capaldi Euro Some Come Running, 1988, Soul Sister Euro Heat, 1990, Paul Weller Euro Stanley Road, 1995, Eric Clapton Euro Back Home, 2005, Eric Clapton Euro Clapton, 2010, Slash Euro Hey Joe Rock 'n' Roll Hall of Fame, 2010, Miranda Lambert Euro For the Record, 2011, Eric Clapton Euro Old Sock, 2013, Gov't Mule, Shout. 2013, References. External links, official website, albums that Winwood guested on and/or produced, Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton live at Bucharest, Steve Winwood at AllMusic, Steve Winwood at the Internet Movie Database.